Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you.
Hello and welcome to episode 75 in the tub. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And this week, if you, rewind to last week, the second half of our episode was part one of our conversation with the wonderful duo of Norah Nova and Aria Haze, which means...
Drumroll? Is there more?
Oh, if it was part one last week...
That means part two this week?
Yes.
Oh, we're not going to draw it out and make them wait?
Right into part two. Actually, that'll be the second half, as we typically do. This beginning part, we're actually going to hop onto the interwebs as we were looking around and doing some research, came across an article, and we're going to discuss that here in the first half, and then we will proceed to the second half. With that being the case, well, why waste any time and why waste any hot tub bubbles? Let's slide right into the first half.
So what do we have for the first half?
This article is from bedbible.com. And just really stumbled upon this website. It popped up as I was really looking at sex surveys. And the sex survey that this website had popped up. But I went to the main meat of it, of the site that is. Little looking and searching through some articles, some reviews. There's really a lot of information on this site. And again, just really kind of stumbled upon it. And the one thing that jumped out to me that I said, well, let's really talk about this, is an article. It's actually from last year, and it is titled The 13 Best Things to Build Your Very Own Sex Room. Go back a few months, we watched a program that was on Netflix on this very topic.
Yes.
And it was quite interesting. We've looked and, well, maybe one day, maybe someday, we'll have our own room where we don't have to pack everything away and hide everything and bring it back out when we want to use it, or just feel too tired and are like, no, we won't use it. We'll use it next time. And then it never gets used. So we'll jump right in. What is a sex room? Well, kind of is what it says. It is an area or a room that, well, fits your needs. And really, it could be BDSM. It could be multiple people, whatever your fantasies are. First thing it says is to pick the right room. Pretty darn important.
Yes.
You don't want no coat closet.
No.
Although standing burns a lot of calories from 3 episodes ago.
Yes, but if that's the only option...
No.
Not
working. Really funny here. It says, if your chosen location isn't already soundproof, you should ensure that it can be soundproofed before moving stuff in.
Assuming you anticipate a lot of noise.
Very fair. Especially if you have kitties in the house.
Right.
Keep the noise to a minimum by some good soundproofing and insulation in the walls. Get some equipment is the second one. And that's really what the meat of this article talks about, is suggestions on what to have. At the same time, it could be, if it's a BDSM room, some of the toys may be slightly different. Some of the equipment may be different than just a hardcore raw sex room. I mean, at that point, you may need, rubber sheets and different things like that if it's really going to get crazy and wild and sweaty and...
But it does say you should take both your and your partner's fetishes into consideration, choosing toys and equipment that align with those kinks and desires.
Exactly.
So a sex room doesn't have to be kinky per se.
Hardcore kinky raw.
Right.
No,
Right.
It could be It could have a couch and a fireplace for a romantic. It could be a little bit of everything. Mix, match, but yes, make sure all are involved and you communicate on what you really want. And then it says to decorate. Atmosphere means a lot as far as your feel. And so whether you're painting, whether it's some artwork, whatever it is. Okay, fine. Great.
Well, and the last sentence of that says, ambient lighting offers an easy way to change the vibe of a room without spending extra on decorative items. Especially if you choose a color changing light setup. If you're on a smaller budget lighting,
I mean, LED strip lighting, the stuff is everywhere. You can control it from your phone. You can control the brightness. You can control patterns if you want it slowly changing. I mean, there's
We all know strobes are not a good thing for misses.
No, but slow color changing. You have a lot of options. And as well, as Mrs. said, if you're looking at this, you can do it on your budget. It doesn't have to be crazy
and extravagant. Right.
And you don't have to, yes, construction materials and stuff are crazy, but it could be a matter of putting some paint and some artwork and, again, some different lighting and calling it a day to decorate. And the same with toys. As we talk about the items and what you want in it, well, that you can find toys, and we've talked about that before. You don't have to buy a $150 toy. You can get something that is less. Again, if this is a first time with that toy, well, yeah, because you're not sure that you're going to enjoy it. You're going to like it. It's going to work and give you the desired end result. However, everybody knows their budget. It's going to be different. And at the end of the day, it's about, the end result. And that's having fun. Very true. And they have a couple questions. What type of lube should I have in my sex room? Well, that's a great one. And we've talked about lube. Some people don't use lube. We don't use a ton of lube, but we do use it. And the answer to this is, at a minimum, you'll at least want to have some water-based lube. Right. And that is from the toy standpoint.
Right. And yeah, it does say just make sure to use the proper lubrication with the proper toys. There are certain types of toys that cannot be used with certain types of lube. It breaks down the material.
Yes. So that's really, I think, why it says, hey, you at least want some water-based. Just to not risk, if you have a few different material toys, having the wrong lube for one or two of them. Should I give my sex room a theme? That answer is, it's up to you. I mean, it's your place. Do you want it themed? Can it be eclectic and a little bit of everything? It's all about how much thought and how much involvement you want to get into it. At the end of the day, that's what that is. Yeah, it could be a show-off piece if it's themed and everything, and you're in the lifestyle. And hey, come and check out our beach-themed sex room. Yeah. Come into our forest.
Our forest?
Yeah, never mind. I'll stop there.
What are some issues I should look out for? It's important to think long-term when choosing a room for your sex room. Is the room big enough, not only to start out with, but to grow your collection?
Yes. Because once you start, you just can't stop.
Also, ensure that the structure of the room will be able to support any support systems you might have, such as mounting points for a sex swing.
Sure. Ceiling rings if you're getting into rope play and suspension. And there's a lot of things to think about there. And
if you're putting a pole in there?
Yes, if you're putting a pole, if you're going to put a cross or something in there, is it large enough for that to go in there?
Well, yeah, for something like a cross, you'd need I
mean, the ceilings don't have to be that high, but you want to make sure the ceilings are high enough, then there's enough room to move. Again, as you continue to grow. Last thing you want to do, that it's a bad thing, but it's to outgrow your sex room in 2 years and oh, shit, okay, do I got to bust on a wall? Do I got to build an addition? Oh boy, we really are pervs. It's not a bad thing. Next, which product should I purchase first? Well, that's I guess a great question from a beginner standpoint. If newer and saying, all right, what am I going to do? And it says, if you're starting from nothing, beginning with sex toys and lubrication first, then expand into other props, spanking benches, sex swings, things of that nature. And again, it's going to be a growth. And if you're newer, if you're starting from nothing, not saying that some people don't jump right in and they want to get right into the BDSM and impact play things, but toys are the starting point.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it all depends on your budget too.
Exactly. Last one in the FAQs, how to make a room soundproof. Well, I mean, it says there's many different ways. Yes, I've done some construction and different things. I mean, carpeting, insulation, that is all comes down to cost as well. Yes, you probably do not want hardwood floors in a sex room or concrete floor. Get some kind of carpeting on it. That helps absorb sound. Taking drywall down and putting insulation in and putting it back up.
That sounds like a pain in the ass and not in a good way.
And it's expensive. Drywall isn't cheap. Insulation isn't cheap. Yes, you can carpet the walls. So really, again, it comes down to budget and what you think you need.
I mean, and things, depending on the size of the room and stuff like that, things like curtains or like tapestry on the wall can add some muffling.
Yes.
To start out with.
Yes. So now.
Or if it gets too noisy, you just use a gag.
Yeah.
Your hand, whatever.
And now we will get into the 13 best sex room items. Some of these are definitely brand specific, but they don't need to be. And we're going to generalize them, as we're not sponsored by any of these companies. We're not making money from any of these companies.
And even though the first one happens to be my personal favorite.
Exactly. The first one on the list is a bullet vibe.
Wow. It's more of a lipstick vibe than a bullet. I think of a bullet as more like
that goes inside. This is but these are considered as a bullet vibe, lipstick vibe. And as Mrs. said, yes, this is her go-to all the time. No matter what situation, whether it's solo, whether it's with me, whether it's with others, this is never far from reach.
And it's not overly expensive.
No, you can definitely find them very reasonable, whether it be Amazon or any other sex toy site. They're readily available and reasonable. Number 2.
This is interesting looking.
The shape of the one in the picture, yes, is definitely.
But it's a stainless steel butt plug.
Here we go. Got to have some butt stuff.
I mean, personally, the stainless steel wouldn't be my personal choice.
And why is that? I'm just asking because we have both, and it seems like your preference has been the stainless steel more times than not.
Well, I think it depends on how long it's been since we've actually used one.
I just, my thought with, because yes, we do have the silicone ones. I just concern with, drying out lube, and it seems that the stainless steel they tend to hold up to the lubricant better as compared to what the silicone ones would. I don't know. They aren't in my butt. So I'm just asking. Yeah. I
mean, no, I don't mind, both. But I think with the stainless steel, it depends on the shaping of it.
Okay.
Like the one in the picture
has a little curve.
And has yeah. But the basic, I don't know how to describe the shape of the ones we have.
Well, it's and it's a kind of your standard. I think when you think of what I think of butt plug, it's what I think. Yeah, it's it's a teardrop shaped.
There you go.
Is what it is.
There you go.
All right. I was just wondering on that. All right.
A rabbit vibrator.
Yeah. So this is, I hate to say old school, but you've burned through a few of these over the years.
Yes.
And this was really a rabbit vibe was really it was the second sex toy I think that we really ever bought. Mm-hmm. We got the old school 80s hard plastic, straight and pointed ends vibrator.
Yeah.
The hard plastic.
Right.
And then went to a rabbit vibe. Mm-hmm. And when we first got to those things were pretty good for you. And again, we've burned through a few of them and really haven't bought another one.
No, I don't think we have.
No.
But they've come a long way since when we first started.
Oh, without a doubt.
Then it was just, it might twist and whatever. Now they twist, they thrust, they vibrate,
Yeah. They have a rabbit they have the rabbit for your clit and the penis piece that goes in, and they got anal bead looking things on the bottom. Mm-hmm. So you get all three going. They really have. They've come a long way. And yeah, it's something we got to revisit and maybe add another one to our goodie bag. Mm-hmm. Next, a straight standard dildo.
Silicone dildo.
Yes. Because
there are different materials you can.
And this one is listed as a lifelike silicone dildo. And that's fair as well. It's the basic of the basic. At the same time, it is a great startup for really anybody. You can play with that door for foreplay. It can be used for a DP scenario. There's multiple uses, and it really is listed on here too. It is a beginner's toy.
Right, but it has a suction cup, so you can get creative with where you stick it to use it.
Exactly.
But it is also harness compatible.
So there you are.
So
added.
Right. It can be used to make things a little more interesting and used as a strap-on, which we also have.
Yes. So far.
Right. To say it is a basic.
It's basic, but it's all encompassing.
It's versatile, right?
Yes. And sometimes you just need to be versatile. All right.
More benefit for your money.
Yes. Next is a male masturbator. Okay, that is, again, kind of a beginner's toy. Price-wise, depending on what you want, you can go you can go expensive, you can go inexpensive, and, that, again, can be mainly from a foreplay standpoint, but they do recommend having a male masturbator. All right, next is a toy mount. So now we go back to that suction cup dildo and the toy mount. So the toy mounts on the top. It's more like a pillow, like a seat. And from a female side, you're able to ride it.
Oh, actually, when in reading the description some more, it says that, you don't even really need looks like you don't even really need a suction cup. It seems to have and
most of these, you can put it in and it either zips or buttons and holds the toy into place on the top. Again, so a seat that you're able to put the previous from two above that lifelike dildo into. The next one, it's not necessarily a bondage chair, but it's a position enhancer chair. Looks like a U and really has like two elastic bands for that the female would sit on, and the guy can get underneath of it. Either way, there's different ways this is used.
Or she could lean over it, like belly down on the.
This here, those are more elastic though, so they bounce.
No,
there's a lot of give. So again, this is something that we don't have much experience with. We've kind of seen it, not really so much as used that.
Position wedge ramp combo.
So these are. You get into wedge pillows, things like that. These are multiples. It gets you different positions. It makes different positions for either male or female more comfortable. Mm-hmm. Okay. Adds to the move and the bend and the pleasure. Blindfolds, right? Fair. And multiple uses for that, whether it be the not knowing, whether it be to enhance to touch, to sensation, the ASMR where you're just listening.
Right, and they are ones with in the pictures here with elastic head straps.
Yes, easier to remove.
Which for me, right, for me personally, I
It's not a tie.
I like to give up a little bit of control, but when I'm done, I want that freedom that I can still decide when I've had enough.
Next is candles and scented candles. All right, that's part of the atmosphere, the ambiance, everything there. And it can, some of those scents and aromas can be arousing, can be calming. There's a lot kind of goes on there just from the sense of smell. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, sex swing. This here, all right, this is about making sure you got enough space. We don't have a sex swing. To pack it away, to bring it out, yeah, it's kind of tough. Yes, we've used the sex swing once or twice. Mrs. isn't a big fan of them.
Well, that's because Mrs. has motion issues. And
So not in our repertoire.
Oh,
This is interesting. I have not, and I think I've heard of these, but this is the first time I've actually seen it. And it is a toy and lube warming system. It's pretty much a heated bag.
so ladies, it kind of looks like the bag you might put your flat iron in, so it doesn't burn stuff. Only it's got a cord and
Yeah, it has a heating
to
element
power
in it.
Right.
I see that from the lube standpoint. If you're able to warm that up, it's not coming out of a cold bottle. I can see this on glass toys or stainless steel toys.
Maybe that would change my view on the glass toys.
And that's what I was going to say, because yes, we have a glass toy. We've tried it once and you're like, yep, nope, don't like it. My thought is silicone, those toys, even if it's going to warm up quickly to your body. I don't know that it's ever going to get freezing cold, and it's going to warm up quickly. It's just silicone naturally does. But the glass, yeah, you did not care for that glass.
No, I mean, and I think it's twofold. I think it's the temperature and it's
There's no movement. There's no play in it. It's glass.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most rock hard wiener that's ever been in you. Glass. This, however, is pretty unique. And a hygienic toy storage system. So it's a hygienic box. It can be locked. This one actually has a hole in the back that you can run your USB charger cords through for your toys. We have a filing cabinet. That's what we use. Again, as we talked about budget, do you need something like this? Well, I mean, you could probably go to the store and buy a Rubbermaid storage tote under the bed. That's fine. However, yep, they're there. They exist.
And it's not that big. So if you have larger toys, it's not going to work.
It actually says this specific one that they show, one of the cons is it's only 11 and a half inches internal storage length. With that, so let's see. Bullet vibe, got it. Butt plug, got a few. Rabbit, yes, I'm sure one or two of them still are usable and work. Dildo, got a few. Masturbator, male masturbator, got one. Sex pillow, got one.
No, we don't have the sex chair.
The sex chair, no. The ramps, wedges, yes, have one. Blindfold, got
have
it.
one.
Candles, got it.
Yeah, they're in the house. We don't
Yeah.
really.
Sex toy, nope.
Sex swing.
Or this, yeah, sex swing, nope.
Lube warmer.
Nope.
Might have to look into that.
Storage. We got plenty that work for us. We can turn around and get a sex room going like yesterday.
We just need the room.
Room for sex.
So how exactly did they rate and review these items?
As I've looked at this website, they have a lot of toy reviewers that they use. There's a mixed group of people that work for this website and do some toy reviews. And that's just that's my assumption. And as I sat and looked down through this article is they had their reviewers go through and these were their suggestions on what you would need.
So it's not just like somebody looked around and found these things and, oh, this looks good. Like it's rated and reviewed by people who've actually
used them.
Tried them.
Yes. Who've actually used them, tried them. So that's where all of this comes from, is people that have actually used them And then there's suggestions on what you would need, really, again, to start a room. What's the basic things that you would want that encompass almost any need?
So there are other postings, articles on here that expand on things you might put.
I believe there's one in here on a BDSM room. There's a lot of articles in here. Mm-hmm. This one, though, very basic, gets it up and started.
Right, beginner.
Beginner toys. Again, listeners, we don't know what you guys have. Yes, as we just went through. Wow, we're missing, what do you say, 3 things? And one of them's a warmer for lube. Mm-hmm. And one of them's a sex swing that just isn't your thing. So, well, we wouldn't use anyway.
3, 4? 4.
No, there are only 3 things we didn't have here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we do have
the
a
chair.
wrench. Sorry.
Yeah, the chair, the sex swing, and the warmer. Okay, yeah, warmer. And I guess, the warmer, my take is just like, man, if like we're playing, all right, hey, stop, hold on a minute. What? Oh, I got to go plug the lube warmer in.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, to each their own. I mean, I'm not the one getting cold lube squirted on me most of the time. It doesn't affect me. No. It's warm by the time I get to the lube.
True.
Or hopefully. And again, sex swing, sex chair. Sex chair, maybe. It could be something, but yeah.
Again, it's something that right now we'd have to find somewhere to store.
Exactly. And again, everybody is different in what they want.
Right.
We're now to the point where we have under bed restraints, flogger. That's why we got the blindfolds. Mm-hmm. We have rope because it's expanded over the years, as it says here at the beginning. And we talked about making sure the room fits what you need, what you want, and where you're going to grow. We've continued to grow, and there's nothing wrong with that. And with that, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to get right back into the tub with
Norah Nova and Aria Haze. This episode is brought to you by Cassidy.com. Have you ever wished there was an all-encompassing way to find sexy, like-minded people in your area? Well, Cassidy has hit that on the head. The Cassidy platform brings the best of sexy social media, profile searches, rendezvous, party calendars, and travel all into one. Find and make new friends, share your naughtiest of pictures with select friends in your Backstage Pass, and plan your next naughty encounter all at once. Follow the Cassidy link in our tub to try it out free for 30 days. When you join, you'll be added to our community to get some early sneak peeks. You'll also be first to know where you may find us out and about.
we really haven't shared yet. So, relationship-wise with the two of you, so you are in a polyamorous relationship.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. We've talked a little bit about that on the show. It is something that me and Mrs. Ultimately, yes, we are familiar with a non-monogamous lifestyle and relationships, but that dynamic of it, we are not overly well versed and familiar with.
It's something that you learn over time. Yes. It's every day could be a new lesson that you're going to learn. Okay. It's not going to be easy. You have to have good communication, and you have to have timely communication, like at the right time. Because if you don't have it at the right time, everything you say won't matter.
That ties in right into...
Right, I was going to say, so it's really not any different than any other relationship.
From that communication standpoint,
from that standpoint.
Yes, communication is key to anything. And especially when you get into a non-monogamous style relationship, whether it be swinging, polyamory, kink, any of that, the lifestyle, quote unquote, that was always there. We've had a lot of conversations, and we've had a few conversations over the last few weeks as well. it has grown and branched, and like it's literally become like an oak tree.
Yeah.
Because there are so many branches of it.
Yeah.
But in the true core and trunk of that is communication.
Yep.
So from that, like, I got the question and I don't know how to word it. Like, so from the two of you and your end of it, so how does that look?
So she's married.
Yeah, I'm married to Oliver Starr.
Yes.
And she's dating Oliver Starr. So she's his girlfriend.
And me and Norah are just best friends. We aren't really intimate or have like any sort of sexual relationship.
And I kind of have 2 boyfriends, I think. So, yeah.
Okay. And so from that standpoint, and again, we've seen there's so many variations that it's there's a lot to kind of understand. A lot of people are like, well, what do you mean? How's that? How's this? How's that? We are, the two of us are just swingers. We're non-monogamous. We play together. That's it. So from your end, as Norah and Oliver are married, and then Aria is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But you two do not have you two have a friendship.
Correct. No sex.
Okay.
Because I've had a girlfriend with Oliver before, and I personally didn't feel like I wanted a girlfriend exactly. Like, I had fun with it because of the swinging stance. Sure. I had gave it a try, but it was too much because it was like I had to always do something or be part of something. There was no like alone time, and like with me and her, we don't rely on each other, and I don't need to make sure she's okay because she's not my girlfriend. So she's on her own.
and that's it comes down to, as we just previously talked about, that mental kind of relax and break and everything. Yes, as friends, you care for each other.
Yes,
but there's a line of that of that care.
Right.
I don't want that to sound negative in at all.
It's kind of like I have the big sister vibe, and always be a big sister because I am a big sister. I have 2 little actual sisters. Okay. And they're 10 and 7 years younger than me.
Oh wow!
And she's 9 years younger than me, so she's like my little sister.
Okay.
And I have an older sister, so I'm kind of like
only a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, so I'm like used to having that older sister role in my life, so it's not
somehow it meshed together perfectly.
Yeah, it's not too weird for us.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really. So is this something, Aria, is this something that kind of you'd always had maybe a thought process or a feeling on, or because as we talked about earlier, Nora's like, yeah, the first time we met you, they just like dropped you with us at AVN and we're like, hey, yeah, this is Aria. See ya. Have fun.
Basically.
So this is actually my first poly relationship.
Okay.
Never like
she was in a poly relationship. The guy just cheated on her.
Yeah. I was unknowingly
she was in bed for a while.
But I had never really I had heard about them but didn't know about them. And then my first AVN, I ended up meeting Oliver, and for like that whole week we kind of just hung out and hooked up, and then the last night he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a wife.
Oh.
I did that too.
And that's how I met Norah. He just kind of like dropped me off with her and was like, here you go.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go. We hung out. Here's my wife. Okay, I mean, but
yeah.
And again, that is, we have zero judgment on any of that, again, because we're in that type of lifestyle. But being honest, we don't have that a true understanding of that whole poly. Yes, we have relationships with other people, other sexes, everything that's not necessarily on the sexual side.
Yeah.
Even though we may want to. Just try to understand to make that work. Again, we've talked about it on quite a few episodes, and it's great that it is able to, and you're able to figure that out, and you're able to make that work. At the end of the day, it's about being happy.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the little things don't really matter because we're all a group. And, like, she knows Oliver will still be hers, and I know he'll still be mine.
Right.
Like, right now he's out with a friend, and he's in a hotel. So,
Well, and
but we have our days and stuff where it's a little hard on us, where it stresses us out, and then we have our jealousy does kick in.
which is natural.
That's natural, exactly. Like Mrs. just said, that is the biggest thing in any of the non-monogamous lifestyles is there's going to be jealousy, but to what stage?
And
right.
how you handle it.
Yes. Makes
a difference.
Well, having both of us alone together, we don't handle it together very well because we enable each other more.
Yeah.
Like, we'll say something, we're like, this thing.
But then, like, not all poly relationships are the same either, right?
Correct.
Like, it all depends on what worked for whatever dynamic.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah, like, so for my husband, what I like for him to do with other girls is stuff that he does not do with me. So when I tell people, like, if guys are trying to talk to me about girls and like, oh, I'm going to hook up with this girl, like, do you think she's going to be good? I'm like, I don't know, have her lick your butt. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't do that. I'm like, I don't lick ass. I'm like, if you get a girl to lick your ass, you got to keep that one, I think. So I'm like, if they do something I don't want to do, let them do it. So think of it that way when you're swinging and stuff. Be like, listen, play with each other and tell each other, like, a bet. Like, I bet you can't get them to do this. Or try this position tonight. And because you'll see each other sometimes when you're swinging and fucking. If you're in the same room, you'll see it happen. And you'll be like, oh, yes, you did it. Like, I had one guy that we were swinging in a big group at a hotel, or not a hotel, but a club in Canada. But it was like sex party club. So it was like towels and lube and everything was everywhere. I convinced a guy that I was too tight for him. So he just fingered me. Because the goal was to not get fucked, just to get fingered.
Oh, shit.
I got it to happen, and then Oliver was on the other end of like our little pile of people banging a girl, and he like waved at me. I was like, "I did
Yeah.
it!"
Check me out, owe me $20. That I never thought about something like that. You kind of play
competitive.
Yeah, you got to play the game. Yeah.
And like little things like you can only have a redhead tonight. And like, you got to find a redhead now.
I'd lose my freaking mind. Jesus.
That would be over in 2 seconds.
Yeah, geez. Me and
He's
redheads.
got a thing for
I'm
redheads.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never thought about it that way. I mean...
So from that end is like, how does the balance happen? How have you figured out how to make that balance happen? We've talked to some other people that are like, okay, well, every other day and, it's back and forth. It's this, that. So, can you share a little bit if that's okay?
So we've been living together for 4.5 years now.
Wow.
Damn.
And we've moved.
You've almost like tenured yourself in. Like grandfathered yourself into it.
I've moved across the country with them twice now. Wow. And so our kind of balance is like he switches every other night. We have separate bedrooms.
Yeah.
And so he kind of like alternates between nights on who he's going to sleep with.
But if like one of us has like a bad night or something goes wrong, like, we don't have an issue usually letting the other person have it tonight.
Yeah.
And the emotional mental thing. Hey, look, need a break. Just need myself. Okay, that's fair. And he is understanding, and we've had the chance to meet him as well over the years, once or twice. And talk about laid back, just chill guy. He's like, hey, yeah. Well, I mean, what we've gotten from him is, he takes it how it comes. He's easy.
Yeah.
And just laid back and calm, everything.
He's pretty calm.
Good.
Very chill. He seems to gather a bunch of 20-year-olds around him. He's like a 20-year-old magnet.
I got to figure out his secret. Jeez. So, Norah, is this something that this type of lifestyle from early on, is this something that kind of just came up over, I mean, after you were married? What?
So we got married. We were engaged in 2005.
Okay.
And we were married in 2006, which made me 18. So throughout our high school experience, I kissed girls a lot. Because I like to put on a show, and I didn't really care. Like, I'm like, she's hot, I'll kiss her. We almost had a threesome once, I know, in a car with a girl in high school. But then once we were in college, we started going to swinger parties.
Okay.
And we just kept adding people. We lived in Boston once, and we had a guy that would come to the house and fuck me, and I have no idea who he is. I would be blindfolded to the bed. Oliver knew him, met him at the door, and he's like, hey, okay, cool. So we tried some weird shit with the swinging. Mm-hmm. We had one couple that was really funny that, like, wanted all the lights off in the room, like, completely pitch black. But then, like, they would, like, make weird noises, and, like, they kept going for weird shit all the time and moving their arms, like, really wide. I'm like, who are you crawling? Like, what are you crawling for? What are you doing?
What? Huh?
The dude had, like, the weirdest dick. It was like he flattened it to the size of my hand, but then he didn't know how to put it inside of me because, like, you can't put it in straight that way. Like, the vagina has a slit that goes up and down. And he kept, like, trying to put it in the wrong way. I'm like, it don't go that way.
It's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Wow. I think I'd just be like, get the fuck away.
Yeah, what are we doing? What are you trying here?
I feel like it took a lot of taking him for the team when we were swinging. So that's one of the other parts of being poly and swinging. You have to take one for the team every once in a while.
and every so often, you say, hey, we're not taking one every so often. And again, I mean, hey, kudos to him. Because I'm in high school, we're dating, you're kissing girls, I'm putting a ring on that shit. Done. Done. Opposite of our kind of journey where you could say I corrupted you, but you corrupted me, and yeah. Here we are.
We equally corrupted each other. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've shared over the years. I took her to her first sex store and first toys, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Catholic schoolgirl."
That's awesome.
And years later, it's like, okay, let's start swinging. At the same time, and I mean, I'll be honest, I've put it out there before. Outside of a couple blowjobs here and there, she took my virginity in college.
That's hot. That is super hot.
I mean, it is what it is. And and now we're swingers. I'm like, oh, well, you did that. All right, yeah. Here's the ring.
Oliver was the second guy I fucked. The first guy I faked it.
Over the years, and again, growing up and all that, everybody talks a big game and this, that. You know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, are we happy? Are we healthy? Are we enjoying what we're doing?
Yes.
The two of you always have exuded happiness, fun times. It just, when we go to a convention and see the two of you, there's always the smiles on your face. You're always having a great time. So from your lifestyle, from the performance, from the camming, from everything, just that aura that the two of you bring is second to none. It's there. You got to smile when somebody walks by somewhere and sees the two of you there. You can't not. On top of the fact of you're always wearing bright, colorful, hot outfits.
We're in dark color.
And tonight there's dark, but at the same time, hey, it's what the two of you have brought, bring to the industry, bring to your cam shows, bring to everything you do is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So from the end, and we'll kind of go back a little bit to the camming and everything. So do you offer customs? And is there, in the custom realm, is there things that you really enjoy doing more for fans? I hate to say more, but is there a top one or two things that you're like, oh, this guy, this person's asking for this. Yeah, I'm going to have fun with this custom.
I get more excited when it's a big payday, and then I go overly excited in the video more. Like I'm more animated when it's a bigger paycheck. Which sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
I'm about to pull the MP3 for dollar bills. Like, yeah, make it rain. And yeah, we're going to have more fun. I don't blame you there.
But I like doing things with my feet. Lots of things with my feet is a big one that I like to make customs of. I did one the other day, though, that was a fake chloroform fetish, where I act like I like to enjoy sniffing a little bit of chloroform to get high off of it, and then passing that out. And then that's when I let the guy worship my feet when I'm passed out.
Interesting.
So, like, when I sleep, I like twitch and move around and stuff, so it's not just straight legs. But yeah, I have so much fun with that. Probably the weirder, the better. The more I get to die, get closer to death, the more fun I'll have with it.
Okay, that's interesting because we've talked to other people. They're like, yeah, we've had like that chloroform and pass out, and yeah, we don't care for it. Mrs. said earlier about my fondness of redheads. I got a thing for feet too. You don't, and she's just like, leave my feet alone. Like, sorry,
Suck them while he's fucking you. It'll be fun. Eventually, you'll start to like it. I didn't like it at first. Like, it wasn't like great at first, but then like over time, I'm like, ooh, I do like this. You can lick the whole foot. Oh, I get so excited.
Yeah.
I don't mind it when he does it. I don't particularly like feet myself.
Yeah, she's like, what are you doing?
I've seen too many gross feet.
Maybe he got a container of baby wipes by you, so you just make sure they're a little bit prettier before you place them.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, oh yes.
As long as you're not asking me to suck on your toes, we're
right. Yeah, I won't do that. Nope.
No. You got to draw a line. Yeah.
What do you do?
So Aria.
Yeah. I get a lot of like custom, like I've recently had some where they're just like do like a striptease for me and just say my name and make like dirty noises. So that's what I've been doing recently.
Okay.
Striptease.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and so dirty noises, is that moaning? Is that like
I do like moaning and like groaning, just like sex noises to keep it spicy. I know.
It's not like stomach cramp noises we're not talking about here.
I'll spank myself, so there's like the spanking noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like little things like that.
It's like all the little details and little things you can add, just literally add up the time somehow. It makes it easier and longer at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you figure those out, that's good for everybody because and again, I think some of those sound effects and those moans, you hear guys say, oh, I just like to hear you moan or hear you make a noise. That is a turn on for a lot of guys. The people dirty like talk. Yeah. Any of that kind of stuff.
Yep.
As you said, no matter how little, it adds up in the end and it adds to the whole experience.
Yep. And the more you can personalize it, the more they like it usually.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, so the fans as well know, and the listeners, customs. Reach out. So where do they reach out to the two of you for customs? Is that through your OnlyFans, your own websites, your...
Yeah, pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere you can find us.
There you go.
My website, norahnova.com, has a place for custom orders. Like, not a place. It doesn't have a link to go to it, but it has my email.
Email, yep. Send an email.
All the clicks on the website yet. But yeah, you can email us. You do a lot on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, on Twitter.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people contact me through Instagram, but then I direct them to my email because I want the customs to go to my email usually. Because then I have the full message of it and no one can delete it. And I can read what I'm reading.
Yeah, email is so much easier for that stuff outside of IG instant messages and Twitter instant messages and everything like that. So we have to ask, now that you two are down in the South, conventions. Yeah, we've gotten accustomed to seeing both of you and spending some time with you at the Exoticas. Chicago, New Jersey, DC, Miami, which I'm sure if you're in Florida, you're going to be in Miami in the next few weeks.
Yep.
So
we're going to have a pineapple support group booth.
Awesome. That is awesome. And, you know, we're going to make sure that link is on this, on the show notes as well, because they are such an important thing.
Yes.
Within the industry, within everything from we can't talk about, as we have already in this conversation, that mental and just, you know, having someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And that support's huge.
Yep.
So it's great to hear that Pineapple Support is growing their booth at Exotica.
Yeah, they might have a pretty big booth this year. We happened to be all of the girls that were at Why Not's booth. So they just kind of pushed us over into it and made us have a booth, which was really cool. Because I thought Exotica wasn't going to get back to us. And then one of our friends got an email. I was like, yes. I was like, they love us. That's great, because we've had, when all of that unfortunate, you know, we won't go into that here. Not at all.
We had conversations with another friend as far as what can we do? Can we do anything for these performers that were there and came to these conventions and relied on that for income and to be facing their fans and everything? Can we do anything? What would it cost us to have a booth to support these performers? We did have conversations with a few other friends.
Yeah, the booths are pretty expensive.
Yes, they are.
They're quite expensive for even single booths.
Yes, and you know, when all this, like I said, when all this stuff happened, that was really the first, some of the first conversations. Can we do something? Guys. It really was. So that is, we are so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
We won't be in Miami.
Okay.
I'm in the Northeast, Western Pennsylvania, a white guy. August, July in Miami is way too hot. I just play that honest. I'm a northern white guy. It's way too hot for me in July and August in Miami.
I get you. Our benefit to our house is that we have a garage, so we don't really go out to a hot car anymore either. So
nice.
We have a lot cooler over here in that sense. And we have a screened-in patio porch that's always in the shade.
Oh, nice. Even better.
Yeah.
Yep. And so Mrs. Father lives in Florida, center of the state. My parents lived on the Gulf Coast for years, and I'd remember going down and seeing them, but I'm just like, I'll come down here in January. I'm not coming down here between June and October.
Well, but you are the crazy one that wears shorts in.
Well, if you make it out this way, we'll try to go to dinner sometime.
Definitely. And yeah, as she said, I'm the one that shovels snow in shorts.
That's crazy.
I wear shorts, but That's my kitchen life. I'm in the kitchen. Guess what? I'm in shorts. In January, December, it doesn't matter.
When I was in Illinois, I used to tan in the snow because I could still tan if I made like an igloo kind of around me, and it all like I just kind of get into a little hole in the ground. And I tan in my
Nice.
Okay, speaking of food, we're both foodie backgrounds.
There you go.
Who does the cooking?
Oliver.
Ah,
We do the grocery shopping, and we have to get the meat out for dinner, or we don't get dinner.
All right. Nice.
And we have to figure out the dinner that he wants. He has to cook. We have to tell him all of it that he's going to cook. Like, even if it's a special plan and recipe, we have to give him the recipe and tell him what we want.
Okay.
He likes the challenge.
Nothing wrong with that. And as Mrs. said, our backgrounds, mine still to this day, I have a day career. My night job, I run a restaurant.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's to the point of a month ago, I had a 700-pound whole cow in the basement that I broke down by hand.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
Neighbors.
I mean, that's what I do. It is food service. She'll tell you that I can open up the refrigerator and be like, this, and this, and throw something together, and here's dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Impressive.
If she needs a recipe and it mapped out and everything. So we always like to kind of find out, who does that?
So, wow. But I cook more Midwest meals, so it's usually lots of carbs and butter.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Mm-mm. See, now you do most of the cooking, but it's more, here it is. Eat it if you want it.
Yeah.
If not, find something else. No, it's not. You will ask me, like, what do you feel like?
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm
give
just
you a
like,
roundabout. Yeah.
You know by now what I'm not going to eat.
We were told from a friend an option, like when you're asking someone for options for something, whether going out to dinner or eating at the house, only give them 2 options. Mm-hmm. Because if you give them more than 2, you're never going to get a good answer.
You get the I don't care. Yeah.
One or the other. If you don't want it, then you get it. Yeah. Like we ate a hamburger and rice the other night, like beef and rice.
Yeah.
And I ate it, and Oliver's like, "Yeah, you smashed that." I was like, "He's like, did you like it?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's like my mom's pork chops. I hated it. I was just hungry, and that was dinner."
It took our son a long time to learn that one.
Yeah. And because exactly what you just said, the way I grew up was that's dinner. You eat it or you go hungry.
Yep.
Our son just graduated high school this year, and I was at the point I'm just like, that's what's there. He's like, I don't like it. I went, guess you're going to be hungry. And he is to the point now where I will put something out, and he's just like, I'm like, is that good? Yeah, it's all right. I'm like, you're eating it, aren't you?
And he's actually
barbecue sauce on.
Yeah. Here's ranch. Here's barbecue sauce. Just put it on there, and you'll eat the shit. Whatever.
Yeah, and he's actually said, well, I didn't really like it a lot, but I was hungry.
Right.
That's it. Done.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you eat it.
Yeah. So you said Midwest. So
I'm originally from Illinois.
Okay.
So I'm used to really harsh winters and really harsh summers.
There's no in between.
Tornadoes came through. It was just normal, I guess. Nothing too crazy though. I liked it. Like, it's where my family is, so I'm going to go back and see them this week coming up for 4th of July, having a family get together.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good. Well, with that, we have really we've been talking for a long time, and it's been great. As we said at the beginning, we've enjoyed meeting you. We've enjoyed getting to know the two of you over the years. Even though, again, I was at the beginning like, oh my gosh, that. I know who she is. And we really appreciate both of you sharing your story, sharing what you do, everything with us. Before we go, can you one more time, both of you, let everyone know where they can find you online and on social media?
My Twitter is Aria Haze _XXX or OnlyFans/Aria Haze X.
Everything's on my website on norahnova.com. My Twitter is Norah_Nova. Don't forget the H in Norah, the horny, high, and happy part. And my Instagram is horny_high_happy.
All right.
That's sort of her tagline, huh?
That is the tagline. I mean, what more can you want in life?
Yep.
That's it. So again, with that, we thank both of you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Best of luck and best wishes to you in your careers, in everything that is happening for both of you in the future. We always look forward to seeing you. Hopefully here, now that they pushed Exotica back to November now, hopefully in November.
Yeah.
So,
Up in New Jersey.
Yeah, in New Jersey, yeah. So, again, enjoy the rest of your summer. And until we see you again, take care of yourselves, and thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll see you later. Mm-hmm. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, that wraps up episode 75 and part 2 with Norah and Aria. As we said last week, we definitely needed to make this into a 2-part series. Mm-hmm. They do so much. They have left an impression and continue to leave impressions on so many people within the industry and outside the industry. They're always doing something. And they're just great people to talk to and really to spend time with. So again, we are very glad that they took time out of their schedules to sit down and really talk to us for as long as they did.
It was a fun interview.
Yes. Won't be getting to see them here this coming weekend when this launches. It is going to be the Tuesday prior to Exotica Miami weekend. As we said before, so with that, we're going to wrap this week up. Reminder to follow us on our socials. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Reddit. And you can find In the Tub with Berg Couple for Fun on Facebook. Another big thing just came to kind of fruition here this week. You will now be able to find us on Full Swap Radio. FullSwapRadio.com. They have app for both Apple and Android, as well as you can listen right from the website. Please go. Take a look at the website. Support all the other podcast creators, all focused on and discuss anything fun, sexual, non-monogamous, kink, poly, BDSM. We're very happy to be included and a part of the Full Swap Radio family. You can also find us on iHeart, Apple, Stitcher, Pandora, Google, Spotify.
Whatever your chosen podcast platform might be.
Yes, really. And inourtub.com. So if you like what you're hearing, please jump on Apple, leave a review, or any of the podcast sites you're listening to this on. Make sure you stop in. Give us a review. Throw us some stars. Let us know you're enjoying what we're doing. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of this summer as we're winding down and already in the middle of July. Make sure you get away, get a little bit of a break. Pay for your porn. Support all these great creators and performers that have been part of the show and continue to be part of the show and be friends. Wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
we'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.